It begins to tell round midnight, midnight. I do pretty well till after sundown.
Good evening. The performance is about to begin. Before entering, please silence your cell phones, and if you feel so bold, leave them here. The performance has a runtime of just under 30 minutes. You are welcome to speak during the performance if asked a question by one of the staff members of the Santa Mira Bar. In fact, I encourage you to do so. You'll be able to find the bar at the end of the hall. One of the staff members will show you in, I'm sure. Thank you for lending me your ears, and have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Right this way.
I'd offer you a cigarette, but it looks like my dewback is almost empty. Serves you right for being late, you know. My smoke break's all done, but I'm sure Roger wouldn't mind if you came and sat by my piano until my shift's over, though. Not a patron inside, but then again, not quite a surprise, is it? Come on in, come on in. Please sit down. Can I get anyone something to drink? It's on the house.
I would also.
I will warn you, it's no kick in the head, but you can't make tips when you're too swift to play. Oh, it's from my own personal collection of pure virgin pims. The waiters make it special just for me. Now tell me, which one of you has ever gotten drunk on the job before? Someone has to.
Unfortunately not. I think we're all minors here.
Well, you haven't experienced something quite grand. Have I ever gotten drunk on the job? Of course I have. It's bad if I don't. It's bad if not a single fella buys me a drink when I'm on one of my shifts, and they do. Oh, they do. I'm sorry, this job's been giving me a big head. It's like being a goddess in here. Do you know the Greek goddess of music, or was she a muse?
I believe she was a muse.
Oh, never mind. I think I'm more of an Aphrodite. Do you know her Roman name? Venus, the goddess of love. I'm just like Ava Gardner with all of my loyal devotees. Have I ever told you about any of my regulars before?
No.
No. Well, for starters, there's my little paper run. You see, it's a principle of mine to maintain the confidentiality of all of my patrons. He's a scrawny little thing with the biggest glasses that ever sat on a man's face. They eat it up. He's working at a stock exchange in the district, trying to work his way up the ladder, which is a miserable game if there ever was one. I suppose it is quite difficult for him to pull himself in here twice a week. He visits me every Wednesday and Thursday night. Why then? Well, I suppose he starves himself Monday and Tuesday, has enough to spend by Wednesday, and then can't help but return here to my temple of sorts. He likes to bring me toffees and calls me Miss Lady Mabs. Oh, look at that. They love nicknames, do you?
Sure.
How about you?
Of course.
Do you have a nickname?
I do. It's Nibby.
Nibby. Very pretty, I like it. Well, here it is. The Santa Mira Bar, where I've been playing every night for the past month. It's no Ritz-Carlton, but I'll get there eventually. You're sitting at the table of honor. This is where my most enraptured customer likes to sit, normally with a glass in his hand, and he sits and he stares while I play. And then I finish, and he leans over and he says to me all quiet like, "That was gorgeous, doll," or, if he's a politician, "That was exquisite." I love when they say exquisite. Go on, say it.
Exquisite.
Like a politician.
Exquisite.
Perfect. He's very good, isn't he? So then I say, well, introduce yourself to me. What's your name?
Maria.
Maria. And you?
Avery.
Avery. How about you?
Maybe.
Nevi. Oh, your nickname is your name. I'll think of a better one for you. And how about you?
Priya.
Priya. I like the taste, the sound of Priya. It's very nice. And then I say to him, well, pleasure to meet you. My name is Mabs Macon. Mabel Macon, if you like. How do you do?
Good evening, Night Owls of Washington. Kit Leroy here with your nightly news and some tunes for the best time of day, those hours after midnight. Up next, 20th Century Fox's latest motion picture, Viva Zapata, is facing increasing setbacks as more folks leave Hollywood and Vine. Will the gorgeous Nancy Kazan stay with the production? Stay tuned to see. That was the Andrews Sisters with I Can Dream, Can I? And Mr. Tony Bennett singing Cold, Cold, Hot. We have more crooners on deck, so stick around, ladies and fellows. It might be chilly outside, but it's crackling next to the radio tonight.
You don't mind if I keep the radio on, do you?
Not at all.
No, thanks. Mr. Leroy keeps me company on the slow nights when I don't have your generous company. I'm the sort of person who hates when quiet is the only thing filling a room. It's just so sparse. Do you like the quiet?
Sure. I mean, we all need a little quiet every now and then.
Especially in the city. And this time of year. Well, maybe this time of year there's too much quiet. Oh, Roger thinks it's terribly unprofessional of me to keep the radio on when I'm supposed to be playing, but I told him. There's nothing more unprofessional than an uninspired pianist, and that shut him up for a while. He's always been a bit of a drag. But then again, most of you on the East Coast are, I'm sorry to say. They say people out west are a little sunnier. Do you agree?
I don't know, I think everyone has a little bit of sun in them.
Well, aren't you quite positive? Well, everyone out west seems to have a much better winter than we do here, at any rate. It's freezing. I can't imagine why any... Oh, I'm sorry. I don't suppose I'm feeling my best today. Do you pity my paper runner? The man who brings me candy?
Do I pity him?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
No.
I guess there's sort of a feeling. I only asked because a customer said something strange to me the other night. He was a strange man. A strange man who was far too wealthy to be in this sort of joint. We'll call him Pete. Pete was far too wealthy. He asked if we had lobster. Lobster, really? So then he settled on the finest cut of steak off the menu and bought me a fancy drink. Or two. We both got to chatting about our mutual appreciation for rum and coke, and then he asked me if he can take me out some other night. I said no. I always say no, but they never get so contemptuous afterwards. You're just in it for the money, he says. It's my job, I say, because it is. And then he starts to chuckle to himself, very bitter. He asks me how many poor sops like him come and drool on my piano. And that's when he starts to yell. You're not a very good actress, he says. You're not a very good actress. I want to believe you, but I can't. You won't let me. If you had just said yes, you were just pretending to say yes, then maybe I would stop hearing the cars outside. What all us poor fellas want from you is to believe that you want us without us having to ask. It isn't that hard saying yes. You could have said yes. You should have said yes. You could
Kit
have
Leroy
said...
here with Radio 10 Nightly News. This just in. All listeners are advised to stay inside. I repeat, all listeners are advised to stay inside. Details are hazy right now, but something is terribly amiss. The nuclear power plant beyond the aquarium on the outskirts of... seems to be experiencing technical difficulties. Stand by. What? What do you mean that?
He was drinking. It isn't the first time someone's blown their top or made a pass. They never really did need a singer, now did they? And I'm not much of a singer myself. The job posting should have read, Wanted, a pretty broad who doesn't talk back. Nocturnal. Imagine that. Men worshipping me and I'm here complaining. Well, I just suppose of all the people to worship, I don't think I'm that good a choice.
This just breaking. An update from the power plant explosion outside of town. Gee, I don't know how to say this without sounding bonkers.
You know, I lie to my patrons all the time. Goddesses don't lie. When they ask me my preference in men, and they always ask me my preference in men, I don't say the sweet and gentle sort. No, I say whatever's sitting in front of me for the tips.
Normally they write all this for me, but that's not really an option right now. The script writers, they're running. See, from all appearances, it seems a giant lobster is rampaging towards the city. The writers actually believe it, too.
Ever since I moved to Washington, they've always been grilling me. They want to know everything. Here, think up a question. What do you want to know about me?
Did you hear that? A giant lobster is rampaging towards the city, and I'm here in the booth, and thousands of people are listening to me, and the censor man isn't going to let me swear. He's shaking his head at me, see? Look at him. Look at him.
Come on, a silly question.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm pulling some big broadcasted stunt. Well, it isn't, I promise, I swear. I can't swear, but I mean it. I can see it out the window. We're continuing to look into the situation. We're calling the sheriff's office, so stay tuned. Yes, stay indoors. What? They're eating people?
What's eating you, Mabs, they ask. Nothing, I say. That isn't true now, is it? Something's always eating someone else. So what does that make me, then? Wouldn't you call that lying, and white lies still count?
I think it's necessary to preserve yourself, I suppose.
A woman after my own heart. Well, what Pete doesn't realize is that lying is all part of the dream. I feed their dreams, they feed off of me, and I can't bother to let them eat me whole now, can I? So, maybe I'm not pure enough to be a goddess, but what fun is that, being pure? No, I'm much more Hollywood starlet, and I should know. I was a chorus girl in California, Los Angeles, yes. And I know all the greats. I've met them all. John Wayne, Ingrid Bergman, Katharine Hepburn. Have you ever met anyone famous?
I can't say that I have.
No. Have you? No. Surely you've met someone famous.
I met a film star once.
Who's that?
There's an Indian one I don't think you know.
No. Well, what have I told you, this film star did the worst sorts of drugs imaginable, gambled every night, and slept around like a... Well, you get the picture. How would you feel?
I wouldn't feel any different.
No. I guess you wouldn't. But what's so wrong with taking the bits and pieces you like about someone and spinning them into your own personal dream? If MGM can do it, why can't we? And that is why I don't pity my paper runner. He does precisely what everyone else does, only to me and in person. I'm sure everyone does it too, fancy someone in a sort of spectator sport fashion.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I'm on.
Oh, silly me.
Well, gee whiz, wow. The sheriff just telegraphed. And we're going to cut to commercial for a moment, all right? All right.
And the more I think of it, the more I realize I'm doing these fellas a public service. Without us floozies, the world would just be too heartbreaking. It would stop spinning. I would just be a poor showbiz flop with a tuneless piano in a cheerless watering hole.
Wait a second. No, I can't leave you with the commercials. I do it all the time, but I don't have to be a regular citizen to know that would be pathetic. The last thing you hear is a message from our sponsors. See, the truth is there was no sheriff. I meant to spend those minutes packing my bags, but I decided that I'm going to stay. I'm going to play records until this passes us by. I might just be a yacker, but I can figure out how to put a record on a turntable and start it up. If you have any requests, you can call those in, I guess at RO6495. Again, you can call us, no, just me, at RO6495. I've opened up a scotch here in the studio, so It only gets better from here, folks. God save us. Well, I don't know what else to do. So here's a slow song for all of you out there who need someone to hold on to. Young lovers, old lovers, friends, strangers, everyone in between. Here's a tune for dancing. Send in those calls, will you?
What a lousy choice in music. There's no good music for cynics in this day and age. Everything is so sunny and, what's that word? Schmaltzy. Yes. Oh, it's cold in here. How about a dance? There's just you and me in here. Roger doesn't come back till 12, and he was such a good dancer the other night at that jazz club. What was it called again? The Chat Noir, something French, fancy like. So how about that dance?
I'm not a great dancer.
You aren't? Oh, but I saw you with my own eyes. How about you?
I would be on it.
You would be on it. Well, why won't you join me then? Thank you. Oh, you are quite a good dancer. You know, on bad nights, dull nights, I like to imagine a monster rampaging through the city, just like in pictures. Thank you. It wasn't he excellent? Do you think Mr. Leroy left his radio, his microphone? You can kind of hear him, can't you? He's such a lovely voice.
Isn't that the prettiest sound in the world, that voice? It means we're all still here. I never believed it would end like this. A giant crustacean strolling down Main Street. I would have preferred it with a 50-foot woman, personally. Wouldn't you? I can't keep doing this. Sitting in this booth, waiting to get crushed by debris or snapped in half by a pincer or smoked or drowned.
But you can, kid, you can.
I'm so very frightened.
I've been afraid many times in my life. Sometimes you think you can never be more scared, and then you are. You keep surprising
I'm just
yourself.
a radio man, not really cut out for situations like these.
Yes, but to some people you're so much more.
I want to stay here for you, for all of you out there, to let you know that there's still some humanity right now, some pretty music. But there's something instinctive about man that makes him want to run when he's scared, even if it's the last thing that'll save his neck.
I ran from California, kid. And now I can't stop running. There's no peace in it. You leave people behind. You'll feel a coward, and you aren't a coward.
Truth is, I'm a coward. You fight and flight and always choose the latter and split.
You aren't. You aren't. I know you aren't.
To those who say I'm not, well, I suppose they haven't seen me at the cinema, hiding behind my popcorn. Ugh! What now?
If you go, who will keep me company on the ride home? The car gets so big without your voice to fill it.
You should see me shaking.
You have such a lovely
You
voice.
can't hear me shaking?
I always look forward to the drive home, and not just because I know sleep
I
is
think
near.
that's part of my job, right?
I wonder if you remember when I called in last week. My cheeks were so red.
The blessings of the radio, a face for radio. They invented that saying for me.
Do you ever wish someone could see you?
Let's just say that I'm not on television for a reason, folks. You wouldn't want that. Neither do
I do. Terribly sometimes, Kate. Sometimes I want to tell them everything. Everything ugly and gnawing. Sometimes I get close. I get so close, but I know they won't want to hear. That's not what they're here for. But you, of course you would. You, yes. Do you want to know why I came to Washington, Kit? I got a letter in the mail back in Hollywood. I got a letter addressed to a Gladys McPhee. That was me. That is me. I got a letter from a House committee. They wanted to question me in a trial. I can't begin to explain how frightened I was, Kit. They called me un-American. They said I was working with horrible people to do terrible things. I couldn't find work, so I came here. Just like they asked. And you know what? And you know what? I couldn't walk through the door, even after all that travel. And now, here, working here, I always feel like I'm
gonna be split too by that thing.
Kit.
I can see it. I can see it out the studio window now. That unbuttoned lobster tail. It's here. It's already here. It's... Oh, I never did see something so big. Mr. Orwell. Is this where I come and talk about my regrets? Gee, I'm not ready to die. I'm not ready to be crushed to death by a walking $1 million dinner. I'm not. No. Please, no. No, I swore I'd do this. The news came in and everything started going to the dogs. I made sure I'd stay and do it if I had to now. Oh, now it is. This is Kit Leroy, folks, signing off. Nancy on the first floor of our office. If you're listening to this, I know you never gave me the time of the day. I still love you. Love the way you picked up the phone. I love your eyes. God save me. God.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a girl. How was I supposed to know? It's not like any of my patrons know that I have you. Please come back. Please. Are you all right, Kit? Hello? 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 Goodbye. You know, the other chorus girls, they came from fractured families of poverty. Sometimes in the dressing room they'd talk about it. Father hit mother, brother was always on the bottle, and so on. Listening to them, I always used to wonder how long it takes someone to sit among sad and broken things before they realize they are too different themselves. Turns out it doesn't take very long at all. Who's worse off? Pete? Mr. Leroy? Me? My little paper runner? Or could it be you? You never told me to look at the time. Did I talk you to sleep? Well, wake up. It's time we go to the drive-in, isn't it? I'll close up, the bar will shut down, and we'll be good to go. I'll just finish my pack of cigarettes. You can finish your drinks. I'll just be a moment, all right? Yes. Thank you for lending me your ears. It means an awful lot. Thank you.
Washington. Kit Leroy here with your nightly news and some tunes for the best time of day, those hours after midnight. Up next, news from the latest motion picture from MGM Studios. But for now, here's a little Louis Armstrong to keep you warm.
Give me a kiss to fill a dream on in my imagination.
I forgot I had an empty pack. Time to go, right?
Sweet,